Welcome to LovegLew Creations, where we create and design for your inspiration. I'm Felicia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's wreath. All right, everyone. So today we're going to make a beautiful Mardi Gras wreath. The Mardi Gras celebration this year falls on the 13th of February, which is the day before Valentine's Day. Usually Mardi Gras falls like maybe the third week of February, somewhere around there, or close to March. So it's coming pretty fast this year. And thus we're seeing a lot of overlap of Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day wreaths and designers out there pushing out their Mardi Gras wreaths and their Valentine's wreath. Thus you saw my Valentine's, now I'm doing my Mardi Gras. But I just wanted to let y'all know today is going to be a very special one, and I wanted to have my tutorial with you all specifically for this one. Now with my other tutorials that I've been doing, the voiceovers that I've been doing, those are shorter. Just wanted to get those out there so y'all can see different styles. I wanted to present styles with the fleur-de-lis, that black and gold one that I made that's behind me. My customer's actually picking that up today. I made, so that's a deco mesh wreath, and I have a tutorial in my other tutorials where I made one just like that, and but you know, different style, of course. It was a Christmas one. And then I made the traditional purple, gold, and green. Those are the traditional colors for Mardi Gras. So I wanted y'all to see that style as well. And today we're going to make one with masks, with a big, beautiful mask. And I'm going to show that to y'all in a few minutes. Both of those, all of these will be listed on my Etsy shop. So this one behind me sold, but I have the purple and gold and green one on my shop right now, and then this one will be on there as well. So not trying to overload you all with too many tutorials, but I did want to share this one with you. This one is going to be a lot of fun to make, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I'm going to show you all my ingredients. All right, so our first piece of ingredient for our wreath is this mask back here. What? That is so cool. Can you imagine wearing that with that? And these are kind of these are actually the types of masks that they do wear during the Mardi Gras Parade. So this one is going to be very pretty. It's going to be our main focal point. Has bells on it. These pieces are bendable. They're wired. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So you can see it's just a mask. So it's pretty interesting, pretty neat, pretty cool. It's not the traditional purple, gold, and green Mardi Gras colors, and that's why I picked it. Y'all know I like things that stand out. So this is going to be very unique and original. All right, so here are the pieces that I'm going to add to it. So this is going to be a flow of different types of masks. So we have this one, and again, a typical mask, definitely something that you can wear and will, you know, does get worn. So this one matches this one a lot, so that's why I picked it as well, smaller. And then we have this one also. So they all kind of blend in with the color scheme that I'm going with. So I think they're gonna add some beauty to the wreath. We're also going to use some fleur-de-lis. It's fleur-de-lis, when you pronounce it the way the French pronounce it. I don't speak French. So fleur-de-lis is how we say it in English. And I Googled that just to make sure I was saying it right. And so anyway, here's some different types of fleur-de-lis. This is more of a light gold, and this is more of a antique looking gold. So I think those will look really nice. I have this pick right here. We're going to pick off these feathers and add them as well. I have these picks also, and I have this ornament, and we're going to add a couple of these, and we're going to use some very pretty gold picks, and I have these as well. Again, we may not use them all. Y'all know me. I pick out my my color scheme and see if what's going to work. I love these copper colored ferns, and I love these gold ferns. And then we have these shiny, dazzly picks right here. These are like a fern as well, but they're kind of a, I don't know, like a light, very light gold. And they'll go really well. So, and I'm also going to use, of course, my pine base wreath base. I wanted a swag, but they're out of swag, so I have to wait for most of our vendors to restock. And of course, we're going to use some mesh. All right. So everything's shown. We're good to go. This is another color. I'm gonna combine two different colors of mesh. So we'll use these two colors. I think those will go really well. All right, let's wreath. All right, so I've already meshed my wreath base. I did squeeze it into an oval, so it's squished a little bit so we can give it an elongated look and make it look appear to be like a teardrop swag. All right, so what I want to do is, what I did was made sure that my mask's little tassels at the top were bent down. It's jingly, so it's definitely going to ring the door. When somebody approaches the door, it's going to make it jingle a little bit. And I forgot to tell you all, I got this everything from Craftex, and I know this was my month to showcase some Etsy shops, but I already had this, so a lot of these materials, so I wanted to go ahead and use them, get them out the way, so y'all get a great tutorial with me using my mask. I finally get to use it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to place it right here. It's not total centered, but it's at a good spot because I'm going to add a big bow right here underneath the mask face. One thing I do want to do is, when you look at the mask, you can see through it like that, so you can see the mesh, and you probably can't see it really well through the camera, but what I'm going to do is place a piece of black mesh behind the mask so that it looks, so you can't, it'll just look like black, just like that. So I'm putting it through the back and sitting it in there just like that. So it's not going to go anywhere once I secure it to the base. But we just want to just stuff it in there and just make sure that it's straight black all the way through. Gives it that special mystic look. Now you can see has like looks really good. So what I'm going to do is secure the mask with the string that came with the mask. I'm just going to thread it through the base and tie it on there. And the thread, these ties will be hidden by Pics and other things that we're going to add. But I like the fact that it has the ties like a typical mask. That way we don't have to worry about adding any wire or anything like that. You know what? I may glue the black mesh just a little bit, just to tack it on to the face. I don't want a lot of it because this, if whoever buys this can actually take off this mask later in life and use it and have it for something else. So I don't want to mess it up too much by adding in too much glue to it, because it's just too pretty to be used only for a wreath. You can use it for other things as well. I had a friend who's from New Orleans, and they had we had her bridal shower at our house, and we had a Mardi Gras theme. So everybody had to bring a mask. It was so much fun, and we had just everything decorated from a Mardi Gras standpoint. It was really, really pretty. So, and I still have some of those masks that we had to use to decorate the house with. So, and they were very pretty. All right, so there we go. So I went on ahead, tacked it with some glue on the sides, not to mess it up too much, so it can be reusable for whoever buys this to adorn their front door or decorate their house for Mardi Gras or Mardi Gras Party. I've made some bows and that people can use if they like. During Mardi Gras, people like to wear big hats and so forth, so they can use those bows on their hats with the gems on them, and or somewhere on their costume or what have you, or even, you know, tie it around your neck if you want to, however you want to dress yourself up for Mardi Gras. All right, so we got this one on there really good. So I'm just going to turn it over so you all can see, and I'm just going to thread it through the base. Make sure we get it on there really good. Run it through, if I can find it. All right. There we go. I'm just going to secure it with the ties. How about that? That's easy. Very easy. Just knot it on there. Just going to tie it a tie for now and make sure we get it where we want it. And once I figure out that that's where it's going to be positioned, then I'll definitely knot it. All right, it also has a hoop at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and put a one of the ties from the pines, tie that around there just to give that extra security at the top so it doesn't fall forward. Okay? All right. And that's gonna secure it on there really, really good. Baby's not going anywhere. All right. How's it looking so far? Pretty, pretty Mardi Gras-y. All right. So I thought the next thing that we could apply would be these fleur-de-lis on the sides of the mask. And just kind of balance it out and give it, you know, add to that flair as well for Mardi Gras. How's that look? So I'm going to glue these on. Believe it or not, these are very lightweight. They look like metal, antique metal, like a bronze look, but very light, which is what we like. Light stuff for our wreaths. And a lot of the times when I'm, you know, mailing these off, they come in these humongous boxes, and their boxes are as light as all get out. It looks like maybe heavy stuff in there, but they're really light because everything that's on our wreath is light. So I love that. It helps cut down on shipping costs and so forth as well. So, all right, so let's get these glued in. All right, so let's go ahead and get these glued on. And I had some of you reach out to talk about how I box the wreaths when I ship them. So I plan on doing a box tutorial for you all so that you can see what it takes to box a wreath. And I'm also going to showcase the different size boxes that that I use and have on hand and order. And we'll talk about that during that time. But it'll be a quick tutorial, and you get to see how the making of putting a box together for shipping occurs. All right, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. All right. Glue's everywhere. Let's glue this one on. And again, we're gluing on to our mesh base, which helps everything stick and stay. If we didn't have a mesh base, then we would be wiring this stuff in, which we could do as well. We have zip tie mounts that we can mount things on as well onto the base. So either way. All right, so far so good. I think I'm gonna secure that a little bit more. I'll fix that later. Okay. Next, I wanna add the bow. So I'm gonna add a very big, pretty bow right here in the center. That's gonna be part of the focal point as well because the ribbon is really, really pretty. So let me go ahead and make the bow. All right, so here's the two ribbons that I'm gonna use. I really like this one. It kind of looks like, almost like embroidery kind of material. It's really good, sturdy, thick, got a good wire. And then this one, which adds to the focal point as well. So I thought that these two together would be really, really pretty. So we're gonna use that, and of course, my gem. So putting that gem in the center of these would really make it pop and stand out. So we're gonna make sure we add that. All right, I have an extra gem here. Not sure if I'm gonna use it or not, but we'll see. Maybe add it to the end somewhere around just to make some of the areas pop. Actually, I think that would be really pretty. Okay, I'm over talking. All right, let's get on to the bow. All right, I got the bow ready so that you can see it, and it kind of makes a statement. It's big, I want it to be big, and let's cut some of these tails, get those dovetailed. But I'm not gonna cut this one. I'm gonna fold it just like this, and the other tail as well. And this one turned out kind of short, so I may just add another piece so it can come out longer, which you can do. It's a real good trick of wreath makers. We add tails to our ribbon to make it look fuller sometimes when we need to. Cut that down just a little bit more. All right, so there's our bow, and then we'll put our gem in the center, but I want to go ahead and apply it first before I add the gem. So, and I may use the back of this ribbon. It's reversible. I like how it shines in the back, so I may use some of this as well for to have maybe cascade down through the wreath. But let's go ahead and add it. We're going to put it right under his chin, just like that. It's going to stand out just like that. I think that's going to look really, really nice. We got the fleur-de-lis around his face, and we got some more things to add. We don't have to go all out with this one. The mask stands out on its own, but I do have the other Pics and the other masks that I want to see if they'll fit within this as well. So I think the Pics alone will do a lot of the work and make it stand out also. So what I did was I put a pipe cleaner through the back of my bow, and I'm just going to thread it through the wreath and then wrap these around some of the pine ties in the back. So it's nice and secure, not going to go anywhere. It's going to fit exactly where it should, right underneath his chin, just like that. All right. Alrighty, almost done. It's looking good so far. Everything's popping, everything's matching. Everything is coming along and just flowing really, really pretty as far as I'm concerned. What do you guys think? So far, so good? And then when we add the gem, it's gonna be right there underneath his chin, just like that. It's going to stand out really, really pretty. Let me go ahead and let's see, cut this ribbon just a little bit more. There we go. Tuck the ends. Just put a dollop of glue right on the end. Because it's so thick and it's really, you know, it's 4-inch. This is a 4-inch ribbon. And I use this size also on my one of my Valentine's wreaths, and I like just how it's so thick and pretty, so I don't think that we need to dovetail the ends. I want to showcase how it looks on the bottom, on that bottom tail, so that's why I'm keeping it there and just gluing the ends like this. Just like that. Fold it, tuck it. We're good to go. It'll flow just like that. I'll probably cut some of these, but let's keep on going. All right, so we have more Pics to add, and let's see, I have this pretty nice big ornament. I'm gonna add this. One thing I'm going to do is, one of the tricks that I have when adding an ornament to a wreath is I like to glue the cap, because we all know when we put these types of ornaments on trees, the caps come off. So let's seal that really well. I'm going to put a piece of 4-wire through it. I want it to dry a little bit before I get started. And we're going to put that right here on this side, have it sticking out. And any kind of floor wire will do. Any kind of floor wire will do. This is wire that I keep on me. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's a 24 gauge with wire. It's thick and good to use for adding attachments to your wreath. It a little bit longer so it can thread through really well, and plus because it's so strong, it'll thread through really, really well. All right, so let's go ahead and thread that through. Give it a good twist so it's on there really good. All right, I'm just going to thread it through so it can stick out a little bit. All right, so I hope most of you know what Mardi Gras is or have celebrated it. You know, I've never been to a Mardi Gras parade, believe it or not. We have celebrate Mardi Gras here in Galveston, Texas. It's a small island, right an hour away from where I live. And so we go to Galveston a lot. It's a beach. It's a beachy island. We've had family vacations there. It's really fun. My husband likes to go fishing there, so we'll go fishing. We've taken the family. So, but they celebrate Mardi Gras in Galveston also. So they have big parades and parties and stuff. And I've never gone to the Mardi Gras in Galveston, let alone the Mardi Gras in Louisiana. I've been to Louisiana multiple times. I know friends that are from Louisiana, and just have never been. All right, so how's that looking so far? So far, so good. I love it. I have another one that I could probably add to the other side, or maybe we could add it up here and have it sticking out, or somewhere around here. I'll think about it, but I want to focus on where now I want to put some Pics and these other masks that I have. I thought they would add some specialty, some specialness to my wreath. So let me figure out how to display these in here somehow. So I want them to be seen. I want to use them. All right, so let's focus on some Pics. All right, so now what I want to do is add a few Pics to my design. So I really like this color of his lips and the outline of his eyes. It's got this bronze look. So I thought these ferns would be really pretty with the gold. So what I'm going to do is, and I cut, these were a long pick that I cut and made multiple. So it started off, the bronze ones looks like this, and I cut them off of one pick. So, and I could add more if need be, but these gold ones were also one pick that I cut up. So I'm gonna add the gold here on the side, and the bronze is gonna go just kind of on top of it. So we'll sit it in there just like this, and then have the bronze kind of spread out from it, so they'll be separated just like that. But I want the bronze more against his face, so you can see, kind of outlines his face and brings out some of that bronze look that's in his lips and his eyes. So just like that. Okay, so look just like that. Get in there just so, here we go. All right, and then I haven't glued them in yet. We'll get them glued in. I want to add this fleur-de-lis here. I want to add it on this side of the bow. So it just kind of hangs down a little bit, just like that. So I'm going to take off the tag that's on it, and we're going to add our wire. And I'm going to thread it through, and I want it to hang down just a little bit, just kind of so you can see it. It's not tucked away too far up in there, but just kind of flares out. Just like that. Get it wrapped around these zip ties. Ha! Get it wrapped around the pine ties. All right, there we go. So now you can see it on this side. So we got the green ball, got the fleur-de-lis. I'm gonna glue in the Pics. And what I want to do is, I thought I wanted to go crazy and put Pics all the way around, but you know what? I really like this burnt orange, fiery, copper looking mesh. So what I'm going to do is put some mesh around the top so it'll cascade around the top. So we're going to showcase the mesh this time. So we're just going to take the mesh, fold it in, give it a curl, and apply it to the perimeter top of our mask. So it'll stick up like this above his head. Now see that? All right. Just like that. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna do that and we'll be right back. All right, so I am going to add, I went ahead and pulled them apart before I showed y'all, but I had this long stick of Pic and it had all these cute little leaves on it. Looks almost like feathers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them to the top here of his crown, I guess we can call it. And I think that's gonna stand out really pretty. So we're gonna make it like a plume of feathers at the top. And stick them in just like this. Not gonna glue them in until I get them where I want them. I wanna make sure my two center ones are right centered with this pearl in the tip of his forehead, so that way everything's centered perfectly where it needs to be. All right. How that looks. Bear with me, guys. Just want to make sure it gets in perfectly. Kind of fan out. Let's put this one over here. All right. Okay, so those are going to stick out at the top. Then I want to add the masks that I selected, and we're going to put one on this side of his face. And then we're going to put this one on the other side. This one matches his face perfectly, which I love. So we'll have the green one over here, which picks up the pops of green from around his mask and so forth. So I'm not gonna tie them in, I'm gonna glue this on. So I think that that's gonna turn out really, really pretty. So let's see, how's that looking so far? And it helps fill in the gaps that we have right here by his face. And it adds just the perfect pop of color. All right. All right, we are almost done, everyone. So here we go. So far you can see where we are. I think it's looking pretty good. I want to go ahead and add my gem to my bow. And I was going to add this long one, but I think this one is gonna look way better. I like the style of that one, this kind of square prism looking one. Let's take off the bottom. And then once we add the gem, I have a gap here, so I'm going to put a black. I pulled it from this pick right here. I was going to use this pick all the way around, but you know what? I think what we have so far looks fabulous. So I'm just going to add this right here, just kind of fill in the gap between the gem and his chin. All right, and I think that'll look really, really nice. So let me go ahead and get this glued on. All right, everyone, so I had this finial, and I love it, and I think it'll really pick up some of the black and white that we have. I'm going to pop this baby right here underneath the ribbon, the bow, so you can see it right there. All right, so, and you know what? I'm gonna stop showing y'all my wreath ingredients because I'm always changing. But that is typical for a wreath maker. You're going to do that. So let me go ahead and add this to the final piece. But it's the final piece, and we will be done. Okay, all right, everyone. So this one took a lot of creativity. It took a lot of figuring out where we're gonna put everything. It was different, it was unique, and making sure that we had everything bounce off perfectly from our mask, which was our focal point. All right, so here we go. All right, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, can you see that? There we go. Oh, awesome. Very, very unique. Yes, I must say so. All right, what do y'all think? All right. Okay, so, so this is the mask, Mardi Gras Wreath, and you've seen the other ones, and tell me what you think about all of them. I've seen some of your comments. Thank you so much. And this one will definitely be listed in my Etsy shop, and I'm gonna post this one as soon as possible. And for the rest of you, all of you, have a great night, and thanks for wreathing